You pick your pom-pom trim guide, and then you find the middle of your pom-pom. So you're just going to place that in the center of your little bundle there. And then we're going to cut around it. So when you use your guide, you can cut right to the edge of your guide. Just turn that around. And you're going to cut all of that off. It feels like I cut off a lot, but if you want like a really dense pom-pom, then the middle of the pom-pom is the densest part. So you want to cut all the extra off. So you can see like how dense it is here, and then you have your little like flyaways there. So we're going to trim those. So we've cut that side, you just turn it on its side and we cut one more time. I love that sound of the scissors too. It's like cutting through all that yarn, little corner here. And then that's like the first part of the haircut done. So I just roll it around in my hands like that. And that's like not too bad. You can see there's like a few little, a few little bits sticking out. So that's what we're going to tackle next. So give it a little roll around. And then I just use my scissors to fluff it up. And then what I do is I imagine like an axis through the center of my pom-pom. And I want to rotate my pom-pom on that same like axis, if that makes sense. I don't know if it does. I always think of like planets when I try to describe this. Basically, you're just snipping continuously as you turn your pom-pom so that that side of it is all even. And then you turn it and you do the same on the other side. And then you'll do like diagonals, and you just basically, just to make it simple, you just turning your pom-pom in the same direction, and then you turn and do another side, basically until your pom-pom is all even. Usually you can just see by eye which side needs a little bit more of a trim. And then there's always the thing is like you have to know when to stop as well, so that you don't just like trim your pom-pom into nothing. So if you kind of know which size you're going for, don't like hack away at it like this. If you want to make it significantly smaller, get another trim guide and trim it down again. But yeah, that's basically, let the camera get that. That's basically how to do the trimming, which I think takes the most amount of practice. Like the wrapping bit is easy and you get the knot, but I think trimming takes a little bit more practice. So that's how I do it. You can always trim more. And even over time, I always go back to some of my like sample pom-poms and I'm like, oh, that little bit is like, could use an extra little trim. But this one is getting a little tiny. So that's the solid color basic pom-pom.